I wanted to take a minute of your time to talk about the No Kings protest that is happening on Saturday, October 18th. There are just a couple of things that I hope you will keep in mind when you're out there peacefully protesting the government for a redress of grievances, not the least of which is the involvement of the current White House. The White House wants complete control of the government. They made that clear on January 20th this year. I watched it live on TV and was gobsmacked by how clear the threat was. Here's what happened.
The second item, President Trump, is a regulatory freeze, as you announced in your speech, preventing bureaucrats from issuing any more regulations until we have full control of this, the government and this administration. Thank you, sir.
Sir, can I have a pen?
The next item, sir, is a freeze on all federal hiring, excepting the military and a number of other excluded categories, again, until full control of the government is achieved and we understand the objectives of government going forward.
With all of what's going on with violent and brutal ICE raids in sanctuary cities across the country, it's pretty clear that that lust for control has now devolved into physical and rhetorical violence. There's no gray area about the fact that ICE is inciting violence at protests against their physical brutality. There is plenty of video to demonstrate that fact going viral right now here on YouTube. Notably, several incidents here in Portland, Oregon, where I am. But we're not lone victims of brutality. It's happening in sanctuary cities across the country, like ICE agents on top of the detention center in Chicago, who shot a Christian minister in the head with a pepper bullet and continued shooting at the people who immediately gathered around him to put their bodies between the pastor and the bullets. ICE was continuing to shoot at him. It's important that we are aware that there will be agent provocateurs at these protests whose job it will be to incite violence. The White House needs this protest to descend into physical violence to justify military control of the streets of sanctuary cities leading up to the midterm elections. That need is deep and it is real. The White House needs the U.S. military on the streets next November to instill fear in Democrats and to intimidate people enough to keep them from voting. The White House knows that if Democrats take back the House and the Senate, Donald Trump will be impeached and this time he will be convicted, which will leave him exposed for any number of the 54 remaining felonies he is currently under indictment for. Not only that, but the rest of the White House players do not have any immunity for any of the constitutional violations they are committing every day. The threat to the entire White House is real, and these folks are not screwing around about it. They will not go quietly into this dark night. If there is one thing I hope you will take with you from this video, it is this. Don't take the bait. When you see any violence start to brew, you're going to feel compelled to stop it, to rescue whoever the victim is, and to come to their aid. You're a decent, law-abiding citizen. Of course you're going to want to step in, but don't take the bait. That's what Trump wants you to do. That's what he needs you to do. But understand that in this case, your feeling of duty to help will eventually be used against you. Don't take the bait. If you should see anything that looks like it might become violent, stand back and make sure that you have your cell phones and your cameras ready to record what is happening. Those videos will become critical evidence needed to hold criminals to account for their actions. Please remember that you are a peaceful protester operating within your rights to petition the government for a redress of your legitimate grievances. Keep your wits about you and don't take the bait. And be sure to have your cell phones and cameras at the ready. The only ones who can keep this nationwide action fun and peaceful like it should be are you and me. Don't take the bait. And with that, let's make this No Kings protest on Saturday, October 18th, the kind of peaceful and powerful fun that it deserves to be. Meanwhile, I'm GL Franklyn for The View from out here. Much love.